Today our topic is why Stoicism is the ultimate self-help philosophy. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but its teachings are timeless and incredibly practical for modern life. It's not about being emotionless or cold, as some people think. Instead, Stoicism is about understanding what you can control, accepting what you cannot, and living a life of virtue, peace, and purpose. It's about training your mind to focus on what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. In a world full of distractions, stress, and uncertainty, Stoicism offers a clear path to inner strength and resilience. Let's explore why Stoicism is the ultimate self-help philosophy and how it can help you live a better life. First, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. This is one of its most powerful ideas. In life, so many things are outside our control: the weather, other people's opinions, traffic, or even the past. Trying to control these things only leads to frustration and stress. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood this. They believed that the key to happiness is to focus only on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Everything else is just noise. For example, if someone insults you, you can't control their words, but you can control how you react. You can choose to stay calm, not take it personally, and move on. This mindset helps you stay peaceful, no matter what happens around you. Second, Stoicism teaches us to accept reality as it is. Life is unpredictable. Things don't always go as planned. Sometimes, bad things happen: you lose a job, a relationship ends, or you face a health problem. The Stoics believe that instead of fighting reality, we should accept it. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means recognizing that some things are beyond our control and focusing on how we can respond in the best way possible. For example, if you lose your job, instead of complaining or blaming others, you can accept the situation and start looking for new opportunities. This mindset helps you stay strong and adaptable, even in tough times. Third, Stoicism teaches us to practice gratitude. In our modern world, it's easy to focus on what we don't have: a bigger house, a better car, more money. But the Stoics believe that true happiness comes from appreciating what you already have. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself to be grateful for the simple things: his health, his family, the air he breathed. He understood that no matter how much you have, if you are not grateful, you will never be satisfied. Practicing gratitude helps you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there's always something to be thankful for. Fourth, Stoicism teaches us to live with virtue. The Stoics believe that the highest good in life is to live with virtue, to be honest, kind, courageous, and just. They believe that external things like wealth, fame, or power don't bring true happiness. What matters is how you live your life and the kind of person you are. For example, if you're rich but dishonest, you might have material comfort, but you won't have inner peace. On the other hand, if you're poor but live with integrity, you can still be happy and fulfilled. The Stoics remind us that true success is not about what you have, but about who you are. Fifth, Stoicism teaches us to prepare for challenges. The Stoics believe that life is full of difficulties, and we should prepare for them mentally. They practice something called negative visualization, which means imagining the worst-case scenarios and preparing yourself to face them. For example, if you're afraid of losing your job, imagine what you would do if it happened. How would you cope? What steps would you take to find a new job? By thinking about these things in advance, you reduce your fear and become more resilient. Negative visualization doesn't mean being pessimistic. It means being realistic and ready for whatever life throws at you. Sixth, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment. We often waste time worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the Stoics believed that the only moment we truly have is the present. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is a reminder that life is short, and we should make the most of every moment. Instead of worrying about things that haven't happened yet, focus on what you can do right now. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, working on a project, or simply enjoying a quiet moment, the present is where life happens. Seventh, Stoicism teaches us to embrace discomfort. In our modern world, we often seek comfort and avoid challenges. But the Stoics believed that discomfort is necessary for growth. They practiced voluntary hardship, doing things like fasting, sleeping on the floor, or walking in the cold to build resilience and appreciate the simple things in life. By embracing discomfort, you learn to be strong and independent. You realize that you don't need much to be happy, and you become less afraid of challenges. This mindset helps you face life's difficulties with courage and confidence. 8. Stoicism teaches us to let go of external validation. Many people spend their lives chasing approval, likes, or fame. But the Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, not from other people's opinions. They reminded themselves that no matter what others think, what matters is how they live their lives. For example, if someone criticizes you, you can choose to ignore it and focus on being the best version of yourself. By letting go of external validation, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and live a more authentic life. 9th, Stoicism teaches us to practice self-discipline. The Stoics believed that self-discipline is the key to freedom. By controlling your desires and impulses, you become the master of your own life. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, you might feel tempted to eat junk food. But if you practice self-discipline, you can resist the temptation and make a better choice. Self-discipline helps you stay focused on your goals and live a life of purpose. 10th, Stoicism teaches us to see obstacles as opportunities. The Stoics believe that every challenge is a chance to grow and become stronger. Instead of complaining about difficulties, they saw them as opportunities to practice patience, courage, or creativity. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting angry, you can use the time to listen to an audiobook or reflect on your day. By changing your perspective, you can turn any obstacle into an opportunity. In conclusion, Stoicism is the ultimate self-help philosophy because it teaches us how to live a meaningful and resilient life. It helps us focus on what we can control, accept reality, practice gratitude, live with virtue, prepare for challenges, focus on the present, embrace discomfort, let go of external validation, practice self-discipline, and see obstacles as opportunity. These teachings are not just theoretical, they are practical tools that you can use every day to improve your life. Whether you're facing a difficult situation, dealing with stress, or simply trying to live a better life, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can guide you. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect, but to make progress. As the Stoics would say, every day, do something that makes you stronger. By applying these principles, you can build inner strength, find peace, and live a life of purpose and fulfillment.